Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. We are just getting the final bits ready as well. And I'll be right with you. Okie dokie. So, today, playing some more Dune Awakening. We have had, like, 6 hours sleep. And we're back again for some more Dune Awakening. Trying to fit in as much as we can in the time frame. So, back for another good old 6 hours. I have heard the servers are busy because everyone's that pre-ordered the game is apparently in. So, let's hopefully... Oh god, it's high. Hopefully we can... No! The servers are rammed! 13 players ahead of me! 13 players! Oh, that is nuts. That is nuts. My god, okay. That's deep. That's hot. That's gonna be tricky. Okay, should we have a little look at the other servers anyway? I think they're all rammed. Honestly, I think they're all gonna be rammed. In terms of... Oh, they're even locked. Oh, that is not good. Okay, you know what? I think we're gonna have to sit in this queue. I think we're actually gonna have to sit in this queue. That is disgusting. Okay, 12 players ahead of me now. Okay. Well, yeah, we sit in this queue and we're just gonna have to wait. That's so bad. That is so bad. Oh, God. Oh, dear. I should have joined much earlier and tried to join the queue. That is gonna be a rough one. That is gonna be a rough one indeed. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting it to be that busy. I mean, I know I just said about it being busy, but that is next level. That is really, really, really next level. Okay. That's a long wait. That's a long wait. It might be a short wait, but I think considering there's only 40 players allowed on at one time, 12 people ahead of me in the queue is pretty rammed. So that's a bit of a spanner in the works there. We might not be able to be playing for that long, but we're streaming for 6 hours, so, you know, I guess we'll be in the queue for 6 hours, and then maybe we'll get, 5 hours and we'll get 1 hour gameplay. Damn. I didn't realize it was that busy. It is busy. 11. Okay. Hopefully it's slowly going down. Maybe some people will get kind of tired of being in the queue and they'll leave as well. So that's kind of rough. What we'll do in the meantime is we'll plug the YouTube. I guess Dan. There's some content on there. I need to do some more. There is some more coming soon. So next week there'll be a load more content. Just like if you want to look at like live stream stuff. So if you want to look at like the building live stream they did. Obviously I know there's loads of gameplay now. And the AMAs as well. You can go on my live section on my YouTube. And you can see all my videos that I've live streamed that stuff as well. I went through all the Dune AMA questions as well. So that's all live. And I'll make a shorter video on it at some point as well. 11 players. Wow. Okay. So I wish we could like dual play games on Steam. Because then we could just launch up something else while we wait for this game. Because I feel like this game's going to be quite a while. That's kind of annoying. That's really annoying. I was so ready to play as well. And then to join and it's so busy. Oh no. That's not fun. That is not fun. Still 11 players. What they should do... They need like... I don't know how they could do it without causing issues. Yeah, the queue's annoying. Obviously, they weren't prepared realistically server-wise for all the people that pre-ordered the game to get beta access. Which is an issue because they didn't have the servers ready for it. People were requesting it. They made it happen, which is great until the servers get too busy. That is a big issue. That is a very big issue. So going on the stuff that we did yesterday, let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. Seeing as we're in a queue, okay, it's slowly going down. It's slowly going down. So in terms of stuff, let's go onto the big screen right now. Seeing as we've got a big old queue. And then what I'm going to do... I can't even turn down the volume because I'd have to like cancel my queue, which I don't want to be cancelled in. So we're just going to sit in that. So yeah, so in terms of my thoughts overall, I think the game... I think it plays fairly well. I think it plays very well. I think it's going to be one of those games where you're going to want friends. I think if you don't have friends, it might get boring fairly quickly. It's hard. I don't want to, you know, assume because I've not played it fully. But I think if you solo and you get bored easily and you're not too into survival games, I think you won't like it. I played 6 hours yesterday, pretty much on stream. I really enjoyed it, and that was solo. That was pure solo, not in a guild or anything. One of the main focuses is the guilds. You can do like minimum 1 person, maximum 32. Obviously, if you've got friends, get them in, get them playing. But yeah, I think realistically, you want to be in a guild. You want to be with people, so it's less boring and more interesting as well. I think it's still good fun to explore Arrakis, and I think because we're very limited in what we can do, we can only do like, I think we can only make the sand bike. I might be wrong. We might be able to make the ornithopter, but I think we can only make the sand bike in the beta. We obviously can't go to the deep desert. I don't know if we can... I don't think we can go to any of the social hubs either. So that does restrict us quite a bit. It's not like... It does start to reduce how much we can do in the beta. Obviously, it's a beta, right? And none of this progress is saved, which... It's fair. So it's just making sure, like... I don't know. I guess when the game actually fully launches, it'll be the best to say... Is it good for solo players or not? You can play as a solo player. You can take part in the Landsrad scheme. That needs just a guild. You just need to be in a guild. So just 1 player, which is absolutely fine. But yeah, we just need to wait till that to come out. I need the deep desert. I need some PvP action. I think that's the one thing that I've been like... I was like, oh, you know what? I don't really need the PvP too much. I really need the PvP. After playing yesterday, I think the NPC stuff's great fun. Really enjoyable, but I'd love to do some like player-on-player combat. So having the deep desert, I think is going to be great fun because that's all combat enabled. Yeah, like the raiding's a bit like has to be during sandstorms and etc. When the generators go down, something like that. We'll figure it out a bit more when we actually play it. But it's all going to be PvP enabled. So at least when you're roaming around that and you see another player, you can start attacking them. It's going to be more interesting, definitely. I think what it is also interesting is they've said the first 20 to 25 hours on here for the open beta is how much you can play. Not like you're limited to hours, but in the sense of like that's the game time, like the early to mid game. They're not counting that as deep desert at all. So I need to move on to some of the other zones as well. That's what I haven't done. I haven't moved on to any of the other zones. I've only stayed in this kind of, it might be Haga Basin. I don't want to say south, it sounds wrong. It might be north, I don't know. But the bottom section, so I want to explore some more areas as well when we get in the server, if we get in the server. There's 9 players are currently ahead of us on this one. So it's going to take a while. We're going to sit here a while, but you know, we got time to waste. Hopefully the other people don't. And they'll leave the queue, and then we can hop straight in there a bit sooner. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so far I've been enjoying it. I think solo players might struggle to get enjoyment if you're not used to survival games. I think if you're used to survival games, then you'll enjoy it. And if you're interested in Dune lore as well, you will enjoy it. Because it's not like, let's say, maybe like Rust, where you've got the different biomes, or like 2 crazy biomes. Again, haven't explored too much, and it's the beta. But I think for a new player coming into it, not really understanding the Dune thing and being like, why is it an empty desert? I think they wouldn't really understand it. But I think from everyone else, I think everyone else kind of enjoys it, enjoys the setting from it. They're only going to add stuff in the updates and stuff, so they'll get more content as it goes through. So they'll only add more stuff to it. Obviously, we've got the deep desert. We got some other bits. There's like the Haga Rift. There's some other areas on the map we need to explore. The Echo Labs are really cool, actually. The Echo Labs are a really nice break from the normal norm of playing Dune Awakening and just going across desert biomes the whole time. So I think, yeah, I've been enjoying it. I think, yeah, solo players might struggle a little bit if you're not used to this kind of survival aspect and the Dune lore, I guess, maybe. I keep repeating that, but I think it's a big thing. I think if you're new to it, get some friends, because I think you're going to have a blast. I think you're going to have a fun time. I think like any survival game, it's always better with friends, but maybe especially this as well. How's it going, Metal? Hope you're doing well. We're currently trying to stream Dune Awakening like we did yesterday for 6 hours, but the issue we have here, the servers are rammed. There is 8 players ahead of me in the queue. So what they've done is they had beta access to exclusive people in terms of like, you're lucky enough to get a code, content creators giving away codes. I gave away 6 codes yesterday, which was awesome. And I think that's it. It's just basically getting access on Steam, getting a code from like maybe Razer, getting a code from Intel, getting a code from... I think they're doing a stream today. Actually, they're doing a stream today, and they're saying... Yeah, oh, that's going to be interesting. I completely forgot. They're doing a stream today, and they're going to be talking about... they're going to be talking about... well, they're going to have, I think, content creators playing the game, and they're going to be giving away tens of thousands of codes, but they've given away loads of codes to people that have already got pre-orders for the game, and the servers are rammed, so that's going to be an interesting... That's going to be an interesting watch. I won't be there for the whole thing, because I'm streaming this time. Wasn't expecting to see you live at this time. Good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate it. No, it's... basically because I am streaming... No, I'm not streaming. I'm out this evening, and I really wanted to play some more Dune Awakening before I go out this evening, so I won't be able to stream. So I was like, look, let me get on at 9. I went to bed at like 2:30 last night. Woke up about 8 o'clock. Not horrendous. Not horrendous. So like 6 hours. Walked the dogs, etc. Got ready, and I was like, let's get on the stream. We're ready to go. So at least we get another 6 hours of stream. But we're at six people ahead of us now. Hopefully they'll either fix the issue when it comes to their big stream. Otherwise, they're going to get crazy hate, I reckon. Or, like, they'll either add some more servers, maybe. Or maybe they'll just be like, yeah, we messed up. We shouldn't have added everyone that had pre-ordered the game access to the beta. That was a bad idea. Because this is... It's not great. It's not great. But... what can you do? I can understand having the beta people, like having the people that pre-ordered the game play the game, because realistically they bought the game. But then I also understand the reason why they didn't do it at the start was purely because, one, they probably didn't want too many people playing on the servers because they don't have all the servers open. And two, they want other people to play it with a fresh set of eyes. The people that haven't pre-ordered the game to play it, to experience it and see if they'll be... see if they enjoy the game to pre-order it themselves. Let's actually have a little look, because I can't remember. It's on the Discord somewhere. Let's have a little browse as we're going through it. If you do !BROC, it will show your Brock points. There you go. There you go. Let's have a little look. So, let's see what they've done for their announcements. Okay, so yeah, they heard the feedback. That was about 8:49 p.m. UK time, and they gave everyone... If you pre-order the game, you get the beta code, which has caused massive issues on the servers, I think. In terms of their stream, they are doing it at... Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to find it now. Where is it? Oh, here. They are live at maybe 8 p.m. maybe? I'm actually not sure. I'm trying to work it out. I think it might be 8 p.m. Or it might be 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. It might say on Twitch, actually, when they're streaming. Let's have a little look. For us, 8 p.m., yeah. So they're streaming at 8 p.m. tonight. I will be out then anyway, so I won't be about. But they're doing the LAN party thing. Should be kind of interesting. I think probably now's a good time to stream, to be fair, before it goes crazy in the evening times. Especially with, like, the Awakening Global LAN party. It'll be even busier. So it's probably a good time to stream. We are getting closer and closer with every Awakening moment. 4 people are ahead of us in the queue right now. So we're getting there. Bit by bit. Bit by bit. So, you know, slowly but surely, I guess. Slowly but surely. So, very excited to play some more. So we should be able to do, I think the next mission that we had actually on Dune Awakening, in like the top left corner, is go to the Echo Labs. Even though we've been there twice, we haven't done the boss fight. I think because we've just missed it, or we have to... No, it can't be because of the story missions. I'm not sure. We'll have to double check. But we missed the boss fight. I think people have just beat us to it every single time. So that's our next quest. We'll go in there. We'll get the loot from there. And then I think, because it's trying to get us the sand bike components, we'll be able to build our sand bike. And then I think we should be able to move bases. I don't think we'll be able to replicate our base. As much as I'd love to say I want to do that, because our base is really cool. We might have to make a new base, which is fine. I think people will get sick and tired of waiting, or they are maybe just getting in. They're getting lucky and getting into the server. I'm not too sure, to be fair. I'm not too sure. But we'll sit here and wait. What I am hoping for... So, a few things that I want changed, I guess, so far that I've seen. Building menu. I don't hate the building menu, but when you go into, like... What I should say, not the building menu, is the... inventory system thing. When you go to craft stuff, you've got the tabs. I don't know if there is. I don't think there is. I don't think there's like an all selection where you can like pick from everything and be like, oh, just scroll down everything and see what I want to make. I think there's different tabs for it, which the tabs are cool, but I'd love an all setting as well. In terms of the actual building itself, the bug that we've come across is obviously the glass panel screen thing. When you place that down, the glass wall, effectively, I guess, with the little small glass bit. When you place it down and then you break it, sometimes it has a chance for the glass bit to stay behind after you've broken it down. So that's a bit of an issue, but I'm sure that will get resolved before the game comes out. Sometimes a little bit fiddly placing things or like trying to fill in a projection, because sometimes I end up placing another part of a wall or something while I'm trying to fill in a projection. So a bit of an issue there sometimes, but other than that, there's not been too many other issues really. A couple frame drops when we get into some of the bigger areas, but that might be because I'm streaming at the same time as playing as well. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Still 4 people ahead of us in the queue. Bit by bit. I mean, there was what, like 12 of us earlier. So 4 players ahead of us is not too bad. I want to say, what time is it even in America right now? Let's have a little look. Let's just go like... So it's 4:22. Oh wait, no, because we're on Europe servers, aren't we? I feel like because it's the morning, less people will be on. But I want to say that, but then we're in a queue of 4 people. So there's still clearly like a lot of people on there. So that's what's causing it. It's not even the American servers, because we're not on the American servers. We're on UK servers. Or Europe servers, I should say. Although the issue is, we're 3 players ahead of us. We're getting there, slowly but slowly. Slowly but surely, I should say. Although it does feel slowly but slowly. It really does feel that way. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we'll get in soon. It's been 20 minutes-ish. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We're currently waiting to load into the game right now. So because they've opened up the beta keys for pre-orders, the servers are busy. Very busy. So here's what we're looking at the moment. We're waiting to load into our server that we've been playing on recently or yesterday. 3 players are ahead of us right now. So we just gotta wait for that to load up, unfortunately. There's nothing we can do but wait. 2 players ahead of us. So we're getting there. We're getting there. And then at least when we're in there, we can stay in there for 6 hours. And we're good. But the issue is getting in at the start. It's gonna, oh god, I don't even know what it's gonna be like. The UK servers tonight are gonna be insane. It's gonna be busy, especially with the global LAN party happening at 8 PM. That is gonna be rammed to get in. I'm actually kind of glad I'm not streaming this evening. It's gonna be hell on earth. At least when we get in now, we're in for the morning, and then we'll be good till the afternoon until we stop streaming. So that at least is something. God, it's pretty warm actually in the UK. It's not as warm as everywhere else. I will give you that. I will give you that. It's warm for the UK, but it's not warm for like, you know, America or some other place like Spain, etc., etc. Realistically, like I think it is. Let me see what the weather is today. I see what it says. I mean, it's 17. It feels warm, right? Which is why we're in a little shirt, you know. Gotta. It's 23 tomorrow. It should be peaks of 22 today and 23 tomorrow. That's kind of nice, actually. That's kind of nice. How's it going? 1 player ahead of us. Let's go onto the screen. And let's hopefully wait here, because it seems like we are kind of slowly moving. Obviously slowly moving. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. And then at least we can get in the Echo Labs. We can get our sand bike. We can get sorted. Imagine we join our base. I was going to say our base has been destroyed, but the good thing is it can't get destroyed. At least in the Hagar Basin area. Which I know a lot of people don't like. I don't mind it. It means we can build good-looking bases without the worry of it being raided or like having to do honeycomb. Because I think a lot of the issues I have when I join games like Rust and Ark and stuff. I love the game. Don't get me wrong. I love the games to death. But it is honeycomb. Make sure the base doesn't look good. Make sure it's just practical, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, except from the fact there is a lot of wrong with it. We're waiting to get into the server. So the server's around. I forgot the chat box is still in the middle of the screen. Let's get rid of that. No, we're waiting for people to leave the server. So there's a maximum of 40 people for each server. or each, there's basically, how it works is there's a world, right? And in that world, there is maybe, I think, 12 sietches / servers. And then we're trying to get in one of those servers, and each of those servers contains a max of 40 people. Oh, we're next in line. We're next in line. Sick. Each of those servers contains 40 people. So we're trying to join our certain server, which has got our base on it. So it is, yeah, it's capped at 40 people. But those 12 servers work together. So in the deep desert, the big open space, when the actual game launches, all 12 servers link to that. So that's where all the PvP stuff happens, which is pretty cool. And then also the like play exchange as well that everyone makes by selling and buying stuff on the exchange. They're all linked between all 12 servers. So if you're in the same world as your friends, but not in the same server, that's fine. You can join them with your character and everything. You can help them do quests. You can get access to their base and help them build the base. We won't be able to make a land claim yourself on that server because they're trying to limit the amount of players, which makes sense. They don't want to have bases everywhere. But you can help your friend and join and build, etc. But if you're in the same server, then obviously you can both have land claims. You can both build base on the same server. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like the system. Obviously, you've got social hubs as well, where you meet up with a lot of the players. You got to travel to them via ornithopter. So that's where, like that's where you can only access the player exchange. So you can't access via anything else. That's where you've got apparently like clubs. Apparently, go out dancing with your friends. I don't know. The main faction stuff where you demote. Well, demote. Demote. I feel like demote's the wrong word. If I say demote yourself, I don't know. You basically pick a faction. You pick a house, right? House Harkonnen or House Atreides, whatever one you want to join at a certain point as well through the story. Perfect. We're joining. We're traveling through. That didn't take too long. Actually. That wasn't too bad. It could be a lot worse. At least we're in and get to play. Gotta hydrate ourselves. You know. Okay. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this game. Yeah, I know. I couldn't think of what I was saying. Yeah, demote. I was thinking that's a lower, but demote yourself. It's not demote. I can't think of the word what it's called. It's like giving your all to like, I don't know what it's called. Denote. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that is what I was thinking. I couldn't think what it was. So, for anyone who missed the 6-hour stream yesterday, you can watch it on YouTube, but I'll give you a rundown anyway of what happened. We have built a base. This is our base. It's kind of funky looking. It's kind of nice looking, actually, from this side. Just don't go around here, because it's kind of ugly. Yeah. Ignore this bit, but it's kind of a cool place built into the rock. I thought it was kind of neat. So you go up here to enter. We've got our storage. We've got 3 storages here. This is our blood purifier. So we add blood to it, and it will make it into better water so we can drink it easier. And we can just hold E to drink that. We've got our sub-thief console, which is used to place down the base. We've got our fabricator, which is used to make things like... Well, one here. We've got like still suit stuff, a special. A lot of these stuff... here's scavenger schematics as well. You can make some other bits and pieces like the survey probe, etc. It's kind of cool. We've got our generator here, which if we go into it, you can see that it is up for 3 days and 6 hours. Why does that machine take blood? Because on Arrakis, water is basically... There's no sense of water, effectively. So on this big sand desert planet, water is very limited. It's a rare resource. As you can see, we've got a water bar on the left side. And then that bar next to it, further left over, is my still suit. So basically, it collects my sweat, and I can drink it. But another way to get water is by harvesting dew plants, which actually we've got just out here, which are these plants here. They do make you take like a bit of a debuff, but you can drink a little bit of these for the first sip of water to get the first bar up. But the main source is you actually harvest blood from enemies you killed with a blood extractor, and then you put it into the blood purifier, and you deposit blood in here, and it slowly processes this to turn the blood into water, to drinkable water. You can drink the blood, but it does give you a bit of a debuff as well. So it's always best to purify it and check it in here, or to take it from your still suit, which is gathering water. Obviously, we don't have to have the still suit on. Just down here as well, we've got down here, which is our ore refinery, I think. Yeah, small ore refinery where we've got our copper ingots, and then we got some windows down here as well, so we can see if the sandworm approaches. It's pretty cool though. Just like the films, obviously you can extract the blood for water. That's what they do. They extract. Well, I think they've got. It's more portable for them, I think, because they've got. They extract the blood and it kind of extracts it to water straight away. I think in the films. Whereas this one is obviously we use a machine for it. But it makes sense in terms of the survival aspect. I think it's good fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the Imperial testing station now. So we made armor just before we came off in last stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to equip all this armor. It should be a little bit better for actually roaming around and doing... Oh, actually equipping and stuff. Yeah, we definitely know that. That is very true. Let's equip all this other stuff because we... There we go. Did we make boots for it as well? There we did. Yeah, we did. Cool. There's quite a lot of customization on every bit of armor. You can press U, and then there's swatches you unlock throughout the game. They're going to add more swatches. You can unlock some for pre-order bonuses, but we've got 2 at the moment. We've got the Chone one. I've got the Mueller one as well. So it's like, adds a bit of a color variant to it as well. You can pretty much do this with every single item in the game. So it's pretty cool. Well, let's actually add this. And what I'm going to do as well is... I'm going to go through and I'm just going to like add, let's add a bit of customization to all these things and just give it that bit of a sandy look to it. I think it's quite nice. Looking fancy. Okay, cool. So it gives it a little bit more customization type as well, which is always nice. We feel a little more protected. We've got our blade ready for attack. We've got our improvised Mueller pistol. We've also got our Karpov, which is like our assault rifle, firing darts. And then we got our blood extractor, we got our cutter ray, we got our survey probe, which we don't need. We've also got our health kit, so let's refill that health there. I think let's rock and roll. Let's start heading out. We've got some abilities down at the bottom. So we've got the Bene Gesserit voice. And then, okay. So as you can see here, they've abandoned their base here. And it's getting destroyed by the sandstorms that come in. So when you destroy a base, it effectively takes down the shields. When you're like building another base somewhere else. Takes down the shields and then someone else can technically claim it if they want. And it slowly gets damaged over time. So the sandstorms will sweep it away and over time it will be vanished. So that's how the bases go. So if you're off for ages and ages and ages, then you can power the generators up for about 2 weeks time. If you're off for longer than that, then your base will start to get destroyed. You can come back to it and you can repair it. Or you can apparently bank your items in the bank and then come back. Your character won't get destroyed or anything, so you can still come back. And you can make a projection blueprint of your base to rebuild again the exact same base. You've just got to get the resource for it. So it's pretty cool. So we're going to use the voice to get this guy coming towards us. Okay, come to me. And then we're going to just quickly kill him up here. Oh, God, let's get up here. And then what we're going to do... One of my favorite moves is if we press K, we're going to change out our sprint here for this one. So this means we get to basically do this really cool ability where we go behind them to stab them. Watch this. So we teleport pretty much behind them and then we can just go straight for the kill. It's pretty awesome. So the good thing about that is it's great for combat. The bad thing about it is it's not ideal for crossing the desert. So what we ideally want, we have to wait for these abilities to kind of go through their cooldown. We're going to get rid of that weird wielding step thing that we just used. And we're going to put on the, what I call bendy sprint, but it's called Bindu sprint. And we're going to run across the desert. We've got to be careful. If we make too much noise, then it does attract the... Oh, actually, you can see in the top screen, we're getting a sun debuff. Basically, it's just we're getting too hot. Where would the other players be? So the other players can be in this area. So I'll show you on the map. So this is the first area I've unlocked. There is up here, all the way to the top here. This is the map. We need to unlock these areas, to be fair. So there's, I think, this area as well here. So they can be all across the desert. Mainly, people will be at some of the trade posts. You might occasionally see some of the people in the Echo Labs as well. So here's the good thing. We've killed this guy. Let's harvest his blood. Just so we've got it. And you want to stick to the shade a lot of the time because the sun is really going to be a big debuff for you. You really want to stick to the shade as much as possible because it's going to cause a dehydration at a higher level as well, at a higher rate, which again, dehydration, you get that all the way to the bottom, you're going to start dying quite quickly. So you want to stick to shade as much as possible. We're going to try and sprint across here, get away from it. Everyone is friendly at the moment. So effectively, on this, the nice thing about this, as you can see there, you got the sandworm sound I'm making. When that gets to red, it will appear out of the sand. It will try and chase me. and I've got to get to safety as quick as possible, basically. It's kind of awesome. So that over there, someone's made the sandworm appear. There you go, probably. So they've been running across the sand, causing too much noise. The sandworms appeared, and now it's probably going to chase them. So it's pretty awesome. It's pretty, like, it's so sick. As such a big Dune fan, I think this thing's so awesome. I think even as not a Dune fan as well, you can appreciate it for how it is. So yeah, we ideally want to stick to the shadows, but, you know, we're kind of in the, kind of getting some raids right now. The thing is, it's just such a good location here to run across. It's so easy, because we're quite close to rocky land as well. On rocky land, the sandworm can't get us as well. So when we're close to like this, the sandworm's not interested. It can't get to us, basically. Unless we keep teasing it out in the open desert and come back onto land, then it can just come below us and kill us. We could harvest that, so it's a broken down vehicle, but we're not too fussed by it now. But let's go to the Imperial testing site, which should be around here. So this is, yeah, so basically in the Haga Basin area, so this whole area that we've got, which is the same, I think it's the same size as Conan Exiles, it might be. Or it might be bigger than Conan Exiles, I'm not too sure. I'll have to double check. But this is all PvE stuff. So you can build bases. No one can raid these bases. You can roam around. Everyone's chill. No one's going to attack you. No one's going to do damage to you. So you're okay, basically. As long as you keep your generator fueled up. So it's always got fuel cells in it. Your base will never get destroyed. And then when you go into the deep desert, that's the PvP stuff. So you can explore into the deep desert, and that's all PvP enabled. The raiding can happen in your bases when a sandstorm occurs, and it will shut down your generator. So it's only certain times, which is kind of cool. They did say it's only going to happen during peak times. So not as much base raiding in the deep desert, but you can obviously bring all your good loot back to your Haga Basin base as well, which is kind of cool. But the deep desert is 9 times as big as Conan Exiles. It's massive. It's ginormous area, and that's all PvP enabled, except from like the base raiding every now and again. So let's go down here into this Echo Lab. So this is kind of what you call the dungeons in this game. Every time I go here, it seems to be all the enemies are killed by another player. So, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes there's some enemies. So to get through some of these doors, there's different doors in here. You've got to find the identification bands. So let's equip this orange one to get through this first door. Let's have a look. We don't really need our sprint right now, so let's get rid of the sprint. Let's equip our like other ability. There is the different lore things as well. We have gone through these yesterday, so I'm not going to be too focused on these. Again, so we're going to need the blue identification band to get into that one. So let's keep exploring as we go. Keep looting some of these darts, which is the kind of ammunition for our weapon. And then you can also find these water dispensers as well in the Echo Lab, so we can drink those. And it will refuel some of our water. Not all of it, but some of it.
Welcome to Desert Botanical
Quick ad break. We'll wait here.
Station number 2.
We'll wait for people to come back.
I am the station supervisor, Dr. Ronald Greer.
Drink break.
The ultimate mission of these stations is to find or engineer botanical species capable of thriving in the extremely arid conditions of Arrakis.
Sweet.
A true challenge, as I'm sure.
So yeah, these are dungeons basically. I don't know if someone's been through and killed these people, but I'm not sure. Hi, take a vodka shot. You seem tired. No shotting. No shotting. Oh dear. We are a little bit tired. We've slept for 6 hours. We're a little bit tired. I know people sleep for way less, but you know. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty awesome. I can't lie. The Echo Labs are really cool. But it does look like someone's come in and cleared it. Because there's normally enemies here. I have seen enemies here before. So someone's probably cleared it just before me as well. It does look like that way. We've got a load of dead bodies. Like this one would normally be here, I think. I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure. And I'm not sure about this one either. I don't think they would normally be there. I think generally they would be people trying to kill me. But it's very quiet in this place. Is there enemies here? Damn, someone must have just beat us to it. They must have just beat us to it. Do 10 push-ups. I'm worried about your health. I mean, we do have to wait for enemies to spawn in. Okay, let's do 10 push-ups. Let's just loot some of this stuff in here. Yeah, it's like it really has been taken out. This is the only issue I have been coming across, is it seems to be these are looted very, very often. Very, very often. Obviously, because it's the beta, people are restricted in where they can go. They can't go deep deserts. So there's going to be a lot of people looting. Well, not... The thing is, the loot stays the same. So it's not an issue with the loot, but I just want to be getting some damage and getting some conflict. Because all the loot, basically, in the Hagar Basin area, which is the area we're at now, all the loot is the same for everyone. Everyone can get the same loot. Well, I think the same loot. From the chest, and everyone can get the loot from the chest. It's not like if I got a friend with me, we can both loot the same chest. It's not going to be an issue. But in the deep desert, the chests are limited. So if I loot a chest with a friend, they won't have access to that gear, so I've got to share the gear with them. So that's how it works in the deep desert. It's just a little bit different in the Hagar Basin. It's a bit more like PvE friendly, or PvP friendly, because you're not actually attacking players. So while we're waiting for people to spawn in, and NPCs to spawn in, let's just do a quick... I probably should have moved my chair so you could have actually seen me do the press-ups. That would have been a smart idea. I didn't see it was blocking it. It's fine. Woo! Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Whew. Okay, let's see if there is any... I don't think there's any NPCs. They've not spawned in. Or I said they've not spawned in, they've just been killed, I reckon. But that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, there is like stories as you go through as well. With a lot of these... Can I grab that? Why can't I grab that loot? Oh, we're full. Oh, damn. Okay, I didn't realize we were full on loot. We probably should have cleared this out before we came over. That was not smart of me. Let's get rid of these darts for now. We don't really need these darts. And what we'll do is... I'll just keep grabbing the bandages. They don't hurt, do they? We got 20 of them, but that's fine. So here's one of the lore things in here. But, you know... They're all basically clinically insane at this Echo Lab. I keep grabbing the dart. I don't mean to keep grabbing the darts. It's too tempting for me. It's too tempting to just grab more loot. I just want to loot everything. Okay. So there is a little bookshelf here, which is quite sneaky. And we can just open it. Obviously, I say quite sneaky. I mean, it's bright yellow. So it's, you know, realistically, it's quite easy to spot. And there's loads of stuff in here as well. Which is why we might need to drop some more stuff, to be fair. Let's grab our Solari, which is basically the currency in this game. Let's grab that. We got a passive dispenser belt, which actually we need to be equipped, actually, on ourselves. We do need that. Let's get rid of some of this junk. The issue is we don't have much junk. Let's get rid of the plant fiber here. I kind of want this. I kind of want our Fremen still suit still. Let's get rid of scavenger gloves. We don't need those. The blood I still want. The granite stone can go for now. Where are our stack of... Oh, okay. We can get rid of this heal kit for now, to be fair. Let's grab that dispenser belt. And let's actually equip it to ourselves, because we've... Our last one is actually pretty damaged, I think. Wait, no. Is that already equipped? Oh, we've already got one on here. That might be the new one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's keep raiding this place. And it's gonna... Oh, it's gonna say research... Oh, okay, cool. So we can research the soundbite now, which is cool. We can leave this area. I do want to come back to it at some point, and I am not. You can join the Discord, but yeah, that's the only thing. You can join my Discord by putting !Discord, but that's it. And I appreciate anyone who wants to help with the stream, but thank you and no thank you. I am good. Oh, there's a blue identification band we can grab as well here. I forget it's down here. We can hop down here. And some more loot as well. And then here we go. Some more dew leaves, but we don't really need that. And you can see, because the left side of our water bar, we don't have that extra bar to consume water, because we don't have our still suit on. We've got our, I guess, damaged, like, more armor protection suit on. So I think there's supposed to be a boss fight, but never have I ever been able to get the boss fight in here because it's always been cleared out before I reach it, which is the only annoying thing. But, you know, I should assume that's going to happen, especially in the beta when it's really busy with players. And it's the full server, like, so, you know.
Collins and Omar from Broken Land Trek.
It's understandable. Okay. Grab the last identification band to leave this area. I don't really want the bandages. Let's see what's in here. It's always got the best loot. So, okay, let's just try and take as much as we can. Can we take... Ooh. I want to get rid of something, but I don't know what to get rid of. I feel like it's all kind of useful. Ah, scrap metal knife. Because we've got our new and improved knife now. So we can get rid of that. Sweet. Okay, so yeah, let's hop down to... I say hop down, let's get out of this Echo Lab. There's not really much else here. It's so sad there's no enemies here. That's really sad. Someone must have literally just beat me to it. But it happens, it happens. I mean, it makes our job easier. We can just hop into the lab, grab everything we need, and then hop out again. But I was hoping we could do some, have some combat, so I could show off the combat a little bit more. We can hop down here though and grab some more stuff now we got the blue stuff. If any of it will fit into our thing. I don't know if it will. Power pack. Ooh, I think we need a new power pack actually. No, we don't. Okay, well, we'll leave the power pack. We'll get all these items that can just stack up on what we've got already. And then obviously we want Solari. Solari, mate. And what's in here? More stuff as well. More stuff as well. Okay. Let's hop and make our sand bike. Let's go back to base and make our sand bike. I've gone the long way. It's okay. Cool. We'll go... Actually, we're going to pop by. We're going to stop by one of the bases that I know about nearby. Just so you can see a bit more of the combat situation. Because this Echo Lab is empty. Which is fine. Stuff happens. Stuff happens. But we'll go around so we can at least get in some combat. So I can show you off some more stuff, which is kind of neat. And you can experience it a bit more. So, yeah, this is the outside of the Echo Lab. One thing which I do like a lot is the Echo Labs are... There's no loading screens. There's no loading screens in this whole area. We can travel this whole map and all this other stuff as well. And there's no single loading screen. If Bethesda made this game, there'll be so many loading screens. So at nighttime, it's the best time to roam around as the sun can't get us heat stroke. Exactly that, Metal. Exactly that. We can't get heat stroke, so it's the best time to roam around. But you do have these Sardica dropships, which have the light going down. And they're basically looking for players. And if they spot you, then they'll send enemies down. What we could actually do is get spotted by one of them. So we can get into some combat. We might be able to hop into... Oh! Okay. We've got our suspensor belt on, which actually stops us damaging ourselves from a height, which is quite good. But that's okay. So we're going to go to this area over here. Well, I don't know if we can go to that area. We might die with a sandworm if we go too far out. I kind of want to activate them, but I also don't want to die by the sandworm. So, in this game, you lose a percentage of your resources when you die. So, if I die by, like, dehydration, or if I die by an NPC, you lose a percentage of your resources. And you can then go and collect those back if you get your spawn bag. So, you still keep a lot of your stuff, right? If you die by the sandworm, you lose everything. Okay? Except from obviously like, spawn up here. Except from losing your abilities and your skills and everything, you lose everything else. So you lose all your weapons, you lose all your armor. Oh, I forgot when you die as well, obviously your armor takes a bit of damage as well. And I think maybe some of your resources do as well. So let's try and get into this without maybe dying. This might be an idea. Or we might get caught by the sandworm before. So kind of heading over to this way. We should probably equip the sprint. So just in case a sandworm comes, we're a little bit more prepared for it. So let's do that and let's do that. Oh, there we go. And let's see if we can... I don't want to activate the sandworm. I do, but not yet. I do, but not yet. I think we could probably outrun it, right? Because we've got our ability activated. Let's run over here and see if we can activate this Sardaukar dropship that are looking for players so we can get in some combat. So this ability just makes ourselves like run really fast. And then obviously the one next to it is the voice, so it compels them to us closer, which is pretty cool. So let's try and... The fact is I'm trying to be actually scouted by these guys. It's quite funny. I might miss this one. Oh no, I can make this. I can make this. Here we go. Oh no, they're moving again. Let's regain some stamina and just walk. And then, okay. They're moving far as well, you know. Okay, we're trying to get spotted and we just can't get spotted. Spot me! I'm here! Spot me, please! I beg you. Send enemies down to kill me. Please. So it's a Sardaukar dropship, but actually it doesn't spawn... It doesn't drop Sardaukar down to kill you. Oh, here you go. So spotted me. I'm frozen in spot for a second. And now they're going to send enemies down to kill me. From the dropship. But they're called Chome mercenaries that they actually send down. So we're frozen in... And then, as you can see... Look at that! How sick is that? They're coming down with their suspensor belts. That's actually pretty sick. So we're just going to run out here. But it's really cool. You see the sandworms come. Maybe they might actually come to these players and the NPCs and eat them. Actually, I'm not even sure. They might do. We're kind of just out of range here. Is it coming? I don't actually know. Oh god. Okay. I'm actually gonna get wrecked by these guys if I engage in combat here. Let's go a bit further. We kind of need like one at a time. Wait, is the salmon gonna eat him? Wait. Oh shit! That's sick! And just like that, it's a little bit, they need to fix the animations a little bit, but that's sick. Okay, there you go. We don't even need to kill the enemies because they've created so much vibration on the sand that they've attracted the sandworm anyway. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, you can, they come down and they're with their suspensor belts, they hover down. They're pretty OP, they're pretty strong actually. But because, again, vibrations can be caused by... There you go, look at that. It's really showing off for the camera. Vibrations can be caused by anything. Roaming across the sand, if you're on the sand, sand bikes, etc. Harvesting on the sand. If you you can build a base on the sand, but I wouldn't advise it. Because... God, he keeps going there. Maybe he's not quite grabbing them. I'm not sure what's happening there. Or maybe he's just showing off. But yeah, any vibrations will cause that. There is sand walking in the films, which they might add, which is how to cross sand safely. It keeps going off there. It's crazy. Is this going to be on console? Yes, it will be on console, but not for a little while. So it's going to be, I think they said, by the end of next year. So quite a while. Like GTA 6 will be out before then, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, not for a little while, unfortunately. It might be before that, but that's what they've said for now, at the moment, like the end of next year. God, that sandworm keeps erupting over there. So let's go back to our base so we can start making... That is a while, yeah. It's a bit of a shame. We can start making our sand bike. It might be just like that's their period of like... That's like, oh, maybe the cut-off period is like it's definitely going to be out by the end of next year, which is why they're saying it. It might be like the start of next year. Who knows? Who knows? It's good fun, though. It's really, really cool. It's really, really awesome. Beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so nice. It's so nice. Okay, so let's make our sand bike. So we need to research the parts. So let's go onto our research tab and go down to the sand bike here. Research that bad boy. We've probably got a lot of these parts anyway, to be fair. So we can fabricate a sand bike PSUMK. So we can use it by doing this, right? Actually, I think we do have all of them in here. We've got a lot of parts, I can't lie. What we do need to do, actually, is get out our... Where's our building tool? Did I leave... Okay, construction tool. Let's get this out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to craft a few more of these storage. I don't know if we've got more. No, we've got still the only small ones for now. That's fine. So let's make a load of these. You can also do projections as well, which is cool. So if you want to build your base, you're the best builder, right? And your friends are the worst builders, but they really want to help. And every time they try and help, they make a mess of things. You can place my new favorite thing in any survival game ever is this. Projections, right? So you place them down, and anyone that goes into your base that has permissions, obviously, because you can add permissions on this subthief console here. So if we go into it and do use, we can rename the base here. You can see how long our generators got till it would run out of fuel and our base would start getting damaged. We can refuel them though as well. But if we go into permissions tab, this is everyone that can do stuff in the base. It's just us right now. It's just us. So, and you can do access level here as well. So you can do the general. So you can do it per person here, and just add them into the permissions list, or you can do it in here and add them into the access level. So you could do associate in our guild, right? Co-owner in the guild, owners in the guild, just the whole guild, or public as well. So you can have it open to everyone. So we're just going to have it as associate, which is fine for now. So no one else can enter. And you can do this per door and per item as well. So I think that does everything the same. And then if we go into like this, we can go into manage. And then we've got quite a few options. We can do close automatically, open automatically on foot, open automatically on a vehicle. And then the same, access level, associate, co-owner. What level have you got to be to get in? Which is, again, really cool. So if you want to have like areas for the co-owners, so let's say you build a guild base and you're like, okay, I want this room to be just the owner's room. Then you put a door in it and have owners only on there. And then that way no one else can enter the room. And then you can have chests in there. The same thing. You can make sure that owner only or co-owner only or associate only. You know, so it's pretty cool. And then, yeah, so let's say, you know, we've got access to building the space. We then like, oh, what does my friend want to build? He's now gone offline. We press we go into the building section. And we can see, oh, look, he's placed down projections that he wants us to build. And we go to these projections, and then we just hold, if we've got the materials, obviously, and we can start placing them. So it really does mean that building is going to be so much easier between friends. It's going to be so much easier. So we've not got any items the same. But let's currently just put some of this stuff away that we don't need on us right now. I think because it doesn't take any storage space up anyway, so that's fine. Let's chuck some of this stuff in here as well. Oh, don't want to go into the access level yet. What else do we want? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And let's get rid of all of these things except from some of the bike vehicle stuff. I don't really care for that or that or that or that or that or that for now. We'll keep the survey probe on. Actually, I really want the survey probe. And then we're just going to grab a load of these vehicle parts that we've got already. So we got these from running the Echo Labs a few times yesterday. I think we might have to make something. The chassis, or whatever it's called, and the hull. So let's have a little look. So go onto the bike. We need this, and we need the hull. So let's make those. So as you can see, when you click onto one thing, it shows you what we need. So you need copper ingots and advanced servox. I know. It's a big game. It's a big game. And this is only realistically like such a small portion of it. This Hagar Basin's such a small area. Look at that. How sick is that? You can see it's being made. So the deep desert, like I said, is all PvP enabled. You know, it's 9 times bigger than Conan Nexar's map. It's ginormous. That's like 12 servers can merge into that one effectively. It's PvP enabled. There'll be crash ships. There'll be spice blows. Spice is the best resource in this game. That can get you loads of points quickly. I love the sun and how the shadows like move with the sun as well. It's so cool. So spice is a big thing. You got to get spice harvesters, harvest the spice and stuff. There's so much to this game, which is going to be insane. And I'm so excited to stream it all when it comes out. So let's, we do need to we're going to make a backseat anyway. Wait, have we got a backseat? Okay. I'll show you anyway. I'll build another thing if we can. I'll build something that we probably need. So something else that we'd use is, let's make a power pack, right? So if we make one of these bad boys, it'll, so if it's small stuff, it shows pink being made and it shows nothing. But if it's bigger stuff, it'll actually be the thing being made. Oh, we need a welding tool. So let's make that. There you go. You can see, for that thing, you can see the welding tool being kind of made, which is kind of cool. There you go. You can see it being kind of 3D modeled in there. It's pretty awesome. And then we can just go and pick it up when it's ready. Perfect. And then go in the storage, and then let's grab this, and let's grab our improvised pack as well. Oh, God, I just switched out. Let's go here. Grab that. It's really cool. It's a really nice feature. So the biggest thing as well is going to be the end game content, because people might be like, oh, what do I do though when I've got everything and got every... Well, you can't get every skill. You can go down, like, you can finish a few paths, but you can't get every single skill. So this is all the Bene Gesserit stuff. So the voice control movement stuff that we've been using. Some other stuff about regaining health. You've got the Swords Master, so everything to do with, well, fairly simple. Swords and daggers and stuff. So for our main game, we're going to be doing Bene Gesserit, and we're going to be doing Swords Master as well. And then we've got plantologist stuff, so stuff to kind of conserve the energy in your suspensor belts, etc. Scanner master, still suit seals. We've got all the stuff for Mentat abilities, so stuff like marksman, range damage more increase, etc. Poison mine, stuff like that. You've got the trooper abilities, so you've got stuff like, we've unlocked one here, which is the Shigarwire Claw, so it means we can kind of grapple up a little bit, which is kind of cool. Assault Seeker. So there's loads of skills and abilities, but you can't do all of them as well. Yes, yeah. It was probably when the devs did a stream, yeah. So yeah, loads of abilities in here. Stuff to research. Obviously, it's limited at the moment because, like, it's just a beta, obviously. Yeah, not being able to get every skill. Yeah. So you can go down a few of them. So my main thing is going to be trying to get everything from Bene Gesserit, or most from Bene Gesserit, at least a lot of the voice control stuff and the weirding way. And a lot of Swords Master stuff, and then we'll see what other abilities that we want. Maybe some of this conservation of energy and stuff would be kind of cool. So when you spawn in, you pick what skill you want to learn. So I learned Bene Gesserit, so I've got access to all of these skills. If you want to learn another one, you have to find a trainer around the map. So yesterday's stream, I found the Trooper trainer, and I had to go around and assassinate 3 of his like enemies or something around the map. So I went around, killed all 3 of those, went back to him, and then he's like, cool, you've learned the abilities now. So I can now go through his chart and start learning his skills as well, which is pretty awesome. Right, let's actually, now we've got the stuff we need, let's grab out our welding torch, and we can place together our bike, which might be kind of cool actually, is making an entranceway underground here for our bike to be. But let's make it over here for now. So let's place down our base bit. So we've got all the items down, as you can see below. We've got them crafted, or we've found them. And we're going to just go around placing these different things. We've got that module already attached. So let's place that there. Another one here. Another one there. The actual seat. Back seat as well, so people can join us. We can get some players on the back of our seat as well. So that's our thing sorted. Let's chuck away these other resources into here as well, so don't have them just chilling in our inventory. Oh, I'll keep the binoculars on us for now. Let's just get rid of the other bike parts that we don't really need. That's fine. Cool. So we do need fuel cells to power this thing up. And so what we're going to need to do is... Yeah, we're out of fuel. And what I'm thinking is if we get into an abandoned vehicle, an unsheltered vehicle will take damage from sandstorms and over time get destroyed. Be careful to park your vehicle in a safe place. Vehicles parked outside your land claim will gradually decay over time, even if they are sheltered. For long-term parking, keeping them within your base is the best option. Exactly. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we are going to edit our base slightly so it works. So let's grab our tool up. And when you are building your base as well, anything you do demolish inside your base. So, for example, we click on the right side, and we can do build, piece picker, repair, move,